Hey there, man. Aren't you that Derm fella that started YouTube recently?
Why, by golly, G, I am Durham. What can I do for you? You fan?
Hell no, I'm not a fan. Yo, shit, trash. I'm just asking. I thought you put out videos Tuesday and Friday. Where was the Friday video?
Hey, man, life's a little bit hectic. I am not able to really keep that schedule, unfortunately, because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm bad at that.
Oh well.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's games tier list. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Really? Five Nights at Freddy's games? Yes, I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I could sit here and talk about all the game theories because I've seen all, and I mean all of them. And I could just go over all the lore, but that's not important here. We're talking about the games, how the games play, look, feel, scare factor, just all of that. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. If you guys do like the video, remember to hit like, subscribe, share this with your friends, let them see what they see about my tier list, and let's hop right into this. Alright, here we are at the tier list, and we have our tiers. We have Fastastic, Fun Time, like the Fun Time animatronics. Okay, Bad Nights at Freddy's, Blorable, because it's horrible, Blorable. It's so funny, but oh god. Alright, to start this off, we have Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I'm putting that in Fun Time. I think it's a really good game. It's really fun. It's the original, the OG, the game that got all this started to what came up with the newest game being such a hit. We'll talk about that later. The jump scares were pretty good. The atmosphere is really good. It started the lore. It got that really fun thing with Golden Freddy appearing, and you're just like, what in the world is this thing? Then it crashes your game. Just yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 1's a classic. It's really fun, and yeah, I will always like go and look back at that game. Fun. Fnaf 2 is okay. Here's why I say that: the jump scares, I feel a lot of them were not as good. Like the only really good ones in that game were, in my opinion, Foxy and Mangle, because they actually look, they're trying to murder you, not just like, I don't know. I just never could. It's a very, I feel like it's more complicated because, well, you'd get really complicated later in the games, but it's the first one that kind of went too complicated for a game that needed more simplicity, in my opinion. One of the least important games in the lore. It's just an okay game. I can't really say bad. I don't. There's only a couple games that are going to go into bad, in my opinion. Yes, I have played all these, by the way, just before anyone asks. But yeah, it's just okay. FNAF 3 is in that fun time category. I really liked that it was much more lore based. The jump scares were terrifying at first. Horrifying. And then you find out that they're just hallucinations, and then you just get too many jump scares. After a while, you're just like, and only thing that, and the biggest thing keeping it out of the top tier is, what is that jump scare? You know which one I'm talking about. William after the spring trap. What is that jump scare? Here, hold on. Is that what you want from a jump scare? I don't want that. That's just garbage. But like, huh? But yes, that jump scare is just one of the worst in the series, in my opinion. They did it better for Ultimate Custom Night, and now it's just ugh. FNAF 4 is our first Faz-tastic game. Jump scares are great. It has such a smart system for how it works with the going to the doors and listening for if they're there. Horrifying. God, that's the game of nightmares. It might only be a nightmare. It is the most complicated game in the lore. Like, if you ever want to go through the lore, you might hear them skim over FNAF 4. You're like, why is that? Because that game makes no sense to nobody, and it never has. And Scott Cawthon has spent every game since then trying to explain this one frickin' game. Like, hey, it's fantastic. It's fun. I love this game. It's one of my top 3 games, but like, come on. Just come on. Sister Location is one of the other Fantastic games. I think they put out back-to-back 2 of the best games. The designs are great. The mini games are like really smart. It finally gives you like more interactability and like adventure ability with the game. Again, the very polished look at first is like, that's not terrifying. Then you watch your face open and you're like, that's horrifying. Keep that monstrosity away from me. What else can I say about this game that's not said a million times? The lore that's in it's really good. We get to meet Baby, who becomes a fixture throughout the games. Like, and Ennard, who I don't know if he's as important, but you do get to meet Baby, William Afton's daughter, into it. I'm not going into the lore, but just, it's a fantastic game, lots of fun. I definitely say, if you guys haven't play these games, even if it's just a couple nights out of them, they're so much fun. FNAF World's adorable. I know there are people that like that. I did not like that game at all. I just couldn't get into it. It didn't give me what I wanted out of a FNAF game. I like that it went cute. Needed to try something new. We needed to see if this franchise can do everything. It can't. It has its own corner of the world. It needs to stay there. Because FNAF World was a pile of garbage. It does have some good lore implications, but it's just bad. It's just bad. You have to fight Scott Cawthon and Chica. Makes me want to punt her so hard. Just, Pizzeria Simulator is the other fantastic game because, God, I enjoy it. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. Getting to see all the pieces and building like the mini restaurant was fun. The interesting part with the mini games, not really mini games, the salvage, I guess they call them mini games. The salvage mini games where you get to meet Lefty, which is the puppet, Trash Baby, who has a giant claw, which somehow makes a giant, like, 7-foot animatronic scarier, and roller skates, like, somehow makes them scarier. What else did we see? Oh, we got to see Springtrap come back, and you have to salvage him. And why in the world you're salvaging a human body, whatever, but just, and that ending, Alright, enemy guy, one more time. Spoiler warning! Thank you. Oh my god, that ending. When it brings up Henry, who ends up just pulling off the most mic drop line I have heard in a game. He has this whole monologue with this mic drop at the end, talking about William Afton, and the deepest pit of hell has opened for you, so don't keep the devil waiting, old friend. It's such a mic drop, and it's like you got wrecked! You got wrecked! Like, it's so good, so fun. I love this game. Ultimate Custom Night is okay. It got very convoluted and very unnecessarily difficult. I guess half of it was obviously to give a little bit of lore. It didn't even give that much. Just a little bit. But, like, at the same time, just, it'd be so difficult. You had to, like, bang, 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 like, just to do some of the harder modes. And it was just like, I don't know if I want this. I don't know. Half the time I'm like, yeah, I get to see all these characters. Other half the time I'm like, oh, okay then. Like, I don't know. I think it's just an okay game. A lot of people really love Ultimate Custom Night, and I just, too. I like difficult games, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like difficult games to a point. Like, I'm not a huge Dark Souls fan or anything like that, but, like, It's okay to me. Help Wanted is fun. It's a fun game. It's smart. It gives you a couple of older games that are in the same level as this 2, 3, 1 as like VR versions. It's really interesting, and I love that. Giving us Glitch Trap. That's the first sign of Glitch Trap, and what would lead to, again, the game that blew up the internet. And I'm so glad that Fnaf is finally just up there with the greats. Fnaf VR is a fun game, and I'm glad we got it. It's not fantastic because obviously VR kind of makes it more. You can't. The flat version is not as fun at all, and there was a mobile version that was just like cash grab in my opinion. But again, fun time. It is a fun time, like the fun time animatronics who aren't in this game, but. FNAF AR is bad. The only reason I don't put it down with FNAF World is because it gave us some good lore things with some vanity connections, but what we don't. It came out, and within the next 24 hours, everyone had forgotten it was a thing. That's bad for a game. Like it was just, like I could talk about how much I hate FNAF World and stuff, but this game I played for like 30 minutes because I just couldn't get into it. And then I found out no one else could, and I'm like, good, because I don't want to have to dig through this game. Oh. FNAF Freddy in Space is fun. I saw Matt play. I didn't play either of the two actual games, FNAF in Space or Fury's Rage, but I did watch Matt play both of them, because obviously I'm a theorist. I like watching MatPat videos. Freddy in Space is just entertaining. It's it's a 2D platformer. And 2D platformers are always going to be at least okay. Usually you have to really screw it up and have it look horrible, which is hard to do for it to not hit okay in my book. Like, platformers are always entertaining. You can always get a few hours of fun out of them. They might not last you a long time, play again, but you can get a couple hours of good fun. And Fury's Rage, unfortunately, I think is bad. I don't know, just something about the graphics. I know it's supposed to be older. It's supposed to look really old, but I can't get into it. I look at it and go, ugly. Just flat ugly. Like, and then you look at the other games of that time, and there's some of them that aren't. Like, there's a way to make those games not ugly. This one was. It's not a platformer. It's like a old style Street Fighter or type like fighting game, and I think it's bad. And Security Breach is fun. I obviously, if you ever watch my Twitch streams, you know I couldn't make it past the daycare. Because I said I wasn't going to play it after I got mad one night. And then I went back and couldn't beat it. I couldn't beat that fucking part of the game. So I had to watch someone else play it to see what happens in the game, which really disappoints me. But, hey, it still looks like a fantastic, fun game. Some decent lore hits. There isn't as many big lore hints as I thought there were going to be. I thought there'd be more fun, big lore hints or something. It just seemed like a fun game, but not as much lore. But thank you guys so much for watching. That was my FNAF tier list. Tell me down in the comments, do you guys agree, disagree with what I said? Have you guys played these games? I will see you guys again, guaranteed Tuesday, but who knows? I could go on a recording spree. Thank you. Booba, booba, booba.